Junior Championship. We move into our cow-calf pairs now, a single class of 2-year-olds and a single class of mature cows that will ultimately lead us into our Senior Champion Female Drive, sponsored by Paint Earth Shorthorns and Golden View Shorthorns.
Rob, over in our Simmental ring, if we have a representative from Checkmate Simmentals and Westway Farms, they are our banner sponsors for our Senior Champion Bull, and that is a class in the ring. If you're here, please come ringside to help the girls. We're now ready to have comments on our Senior Champion Bull class from Judge Tyson Hertz.
I think there's a lot of quality in these two big bulls that we have out here today, but I think when push comes to shove, the flexibility and the running gear on this big bull is just unbelievable. For a bull with that much mass and power, he still gets out and trucks around here, like he's like he's a cat. Like, he just gets out and goes, and I love that about him. He's good-footed, stout hip, still has some presence to him. I think a heck of a bull at the top end, and that's taken nothing away from a really good one here in second. I think what splits the pair for me is just how they get out and move. I think I'd like to see just a little more fluidity in the hawk and pastern and on our second place bull, and I'd like to see him just open up with a little more dimension directly behind his shoulder to compete with this big racehorse we got up front. Two really exceptional bulls that, used in the right program, have a lot of future.
Thank you, Tyson. So your Senior Champion Bull, receiving the banner sponsored by Checkmate Livestock, is entry 2049 from JT Livestock Limited of Stettler with JT Greater Consensus 113E. Your reserve Senior Bull Champion, receiving the banner from Westway Farms, is DMDM Oklahoma Stomp 715E. That's entry 2048 from Dreammaker Cattle Company of Westlock. Of course, those two bulls are coming right back in because, ladies and gentlemen, we're lining them up for the Champion Bull class. This is a great opportunity to tee up PJ Butler and his team as we get ready to present our Champion of the World here in our Simmental Grand Drive.
Well, and just before that happens, Trace, we're happy to queue up our judge of our National Shorthorn Show, Judge Hickman, with comments on his 2-year-old class.
It's a shame, really, that there's only this one pair in this 2-year-old division. This is a beautiful cow. She's really well balanced. She's certainly got a lot of rib shape, a beautiful front third to her, and a really, really nice hip structure. And you can tell she's had a beautiful udder through this lactation and doing a well job on a heifer calf who's patterned very similar. And that's a beautiful thing to see, kind of a pair that matches up. Mom and baby have a lot of strengths, a lot of similarities, and that's a really, really nice pair. Certainly could have withstood quite a bit more competition. Great job.
And thank you, Judge Hickman. First place in our 2-year-old class and advancing to the Senior Championship, entry 1869, Golden View Lassie 130E, with the Golden View Classy Lassie 130G heifer calf at side. Congratulations to class winner, Golden View Shorthorns from Smoky Lake, Alberta. You're headed to the Senior Championship of our National Shorthorn Show. Next up, the single entry mature cow.
Well, Rob, over in ring number 2, what a lineup of bulls. We're going to let our judge, Tyson Hertz, take a few minutes to deliberate because we have some extraordinarily important presentations to make. We have the 2018 Simmental Champion of the World competition, which took place from the 1st to the 14th of December. This was the 7th time that this annual competition had taken place and the 3rd time for the Simmental breed to be included. More than 1,000 entries from 77 countries, featuring 16 breeds, were represented in this year's competition. Champion Simmental cattle from 50 different countries were judged by 4 official judges. Philippe-Andre Ferrero from Colombia, Stuart Roby from New Zealand, Rosalie Goulding from Ireland, and Alberto Benuet from Mexico. The 2016 Simmental Miss World was from the USA, and the 2017 Simmental Miss World was from South Africa. The 4 regional champions in the 2018 Miss World competition were from Argentina, South Africa, Ireland, and Mexico. And the winner of the 2018 Simmental Miss World competition was Clona Darling Eyes ET, owned by Garrett and Lindsay Behan of Clonahan Pedigree Herds in Ballyfin, Portalois, Ireland. Clona Darling Eyes ET qualified by winning the 2018 Tullamore Simmental Show, presenting the championship buckle and banner to Garrett Behan are PJ Butler, Emily Lochner, Bruce Holmquist, and Garth Rancier. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for our Simmental Champion of the World female. Congratulations. On the bull side, the 2016 Simmental Champion of the World was from Canada. The 2017 Simmental Champion of the World was from Argentina. The 4 regional champions of the Simmental of the World competition were from Argentina, South Africa, Czech Republic, and Canada. And the winner of the 2018 Simmental Champion of the World competition was Von Adel Token, NV 1471, owned by Von Adel Simmentalers of Vendersdorp, Northwest Province in South Africa. Von Adel Token qualified by winning the 2018 South African National Simmentaler Show. Presenting this championship buckle, certificate, and ribbon to Nico Venter and Nico Venter Jr. are PJ Butler, Emily Lochner, Lee Stringham, Bruce Holmquist, and President of the Canadian Simmental Association, Garth Rancier. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, draw your attention to center ring. Let's put our hands together for our 2018 Champion of the World Simmental. We are so delighted to have an excellent lineup of cattle. And just to recap quickly, we had our junior champion calf from Black Gold Simmental of Lloyd. Reserve junior champion calf also exhibited from Black Gold Simmentals of Lloyd. Our senior bull calf champion, High Country Cattle Services of Breton. Hampton Simmentals was the exhibitor of the reserve senior bull calf. Our junior champion yearling exhibited by the Bold Venture Group, and Willerton Simmentals had reserve in that division. In our senior champion bull, proud exhibitors were JT Livestock, and reserve was Dreammaker Cattle Company. Tyson, I think it's all up to you. This is one of the last times we'll hear from this most accomplished young cattleman, one that we have all watched grow up in the show ring and the sale ring, and it's been a real pleasure to watch you here, Tyson. Comments on this champion Simmental class from our official judge, Tyson Hertz.
Well, thank you for the kind words, Tracy. It's sure, I want to reiterate what an honor and a privilege it is to be out here evaluating livestock at Farm Fair International. I spoke earlier, right when we started the day, about how a lot of my really good childhood memories were exhibiting Limousin cattle in these barns, and this Farm Fair International is truly an international event, and you see that bringing the champions of the world here, which is great to see, and it just increases the traffic through the barns. And I think from a show standpoint, it definitely tiptoes the lines of being one of the most elite groups of cattle that you find in Western Canada, if not North America. I'm pretty proud of the group of bulls we have out here in our Simmental show. I think there's some useful cattle that, in the right breeding programs could make a world of a difference. So I talk these cattle pretty intricately in the classes, so I won't spend a whole lot of time going back through them, but I just want to reiterate what a privilege it is to be out here. Growing up, I had a lot of mentors that were Simmental breeders and still look up to a lot of them, and to be out here on the other side of the mic to get to give my opinion to them is certainly humbling from my standpoint. The one thing I do want to just touch on is just the positivity that we need to continue to have in the show ring. I know it's a cutthroat business, and I know we're out here competing with peers and with customers and with friends, and I just really want to reiterate how each individual animal out here, then every one we see through the ring, everything has something good about it. And if you don't believe that, then then you need to re-examine why you're here. I think that there's a lot of positive influence that these cattle that come through the ring have, and I want that to be a testament as you go back to the barns, whether you agree with me or not. I'd like you guys to try and have something positive to say about those ones that won. I think it's one thing about our industry that I do have the privilege to stand on the other side of the mic and have an audience like we have today to speak my words, and I do take that opportunity, personally. I think it's a great honor to be out here with my fellow breeders, and it's a great show. Really, really good Simmental show. Thanks, guys. I'll go select some champions.
Cowboy.
Congratulations to your senior champion. He is your grand overall. That is JT Greater Consensus 113E, exhibited by JT Livestock. That's entry 2049, taking home a beautiful silver buckle provided by First Class Cattle Marketing. And of course, a $500 credit to Alta Genetics. Terry White is here to do that presentation. And your reserve champion Simmental bull going to our junior champion, entry 2045, LKCC Bold Venture 194F, exhibited by the Bold Venture Group of Strathmore, Alberta. That's receiving a silver buckle sponsored by Borison Marketing Service. Congratulations to our two. We're going to get into group classes, but Rob, Daryl has been waiting so patiently to give comments on this single entry class. Over to you in ring one.
I think he's been listening to those great words from Judge Hertz, but he's going to provide his own great words now on our single entry mature cow of our National Shorthorn Show. Here's Judge Hickman.
This is a really, really nice mature pair out here. This cow is doing a whale of a job. She's got a beautiful udder that she's carried a heck of a heifer calf through since January on. It's balanced. She's certainly got a nice balance to the teat length and width. I really, really do appreciate the size. For me, it's about an ideal udder in terms of shape. And most importantly, this girl and her daughter both line up really well. They're both very fluid in their movement. They've got some muscle capacity and a lot of the strong maternal strengths that we can see and really, really appreciate about this Shorthorn breed. This is a really, really nice pair to see out here to represent your breed. Great job, you guys. I look forward to seeing them back in the ring shortly.
And it will be the very next class. Many thanks to Judge Hickman. First place in our mature class is HB Swag Delight 1D with the Lilac Lane LCCC Gorgeous heifer calf at side for Lilac Lane Farm, the Coleman family, with entry 1870, first place in our mature cow class. We'll move right into our senior championship with our first place 2-year-old and first place mature cow coming into the ring to vie for the Painter Shorthorn sponsored title of National Champion Senior Female and the Golden View Shorthorns sponsored title of Reserve Champion Senior Female. From that 2-year-old class, our winner was entry 1869 Golden View Lassie 130E with the Golden View Classy Lassie 130G heifer calf at side from Smoky Lake, Alberta's Golden View Shorthorns. Our first place mature female, entry 1870 HB Swag Delight 1D from Lilac Lane Farm, the Colemans of Innisfail, Alberta, with the heifer calf at side, Lilac Lane LCCC Gorgeous. This is your Painter Shorthorns and Golden View Shorthorns sponsored National Shorthorn Show Senior Champion Female Drive.
We'll now have comments on our Get of Sire class from Judge Hertz.
I know these classes usually just get kind of swept at the back of the show, but I think that for those of you that stick around, definitely analyze them. I think there's a lot to be proud of, regardless whether these exhibitors were the breeders or not, but the Get of Sire is as a testament to the not only walking herd sires, but AI sires that influence the breed. So I would like to congratulate these two groups for getting out here. There's definitely a type on the black ones and a type on the red ones, and we talked about on the red cattle, how much muscle and dimension they have, how stout they are, and I really like that about them. And then the black cattle, again, lots of substance to them, but probably in a more flexible, sound structured pack